What's up, Roulette Fools? Brent with AOB. Hope you guys are having a great weekend or had a great weekend. Time flies. Um, we're going to do our third different strategy today. We're going to play Spread Your Streets. I'll show you the setup. I'll show you the progressions. Let's see what we can do in 15 minutes. Remember, that's our new challenge. 15 minutes, we stop. If it's doing well, we'll give it a go. At the very end, we'll maybe use that as our daily driver. I'm looking to get 3 to 5 strategies if they can prove themselves out, and we'll just rotate those through moving forward. We're also at the end of 15 minutes, we stop no matter what. If we're down or we're up, we're going to go play some dice again, show you that strat. Let's see if 3 days in a row we can get to $30 in pretty short order. And then I'm going to show you, we're going to go to mines again, and I'm going to rerun you past that strategy that I use that I think is a wager and a profit strat. So you kind of have two to pick from. And last but not least, starting with this video, from now on, I'm going to be doing one drawing on the next video, and I'll do the drawing live. Well, not live, but I'll record the drawing here, a random drawing from one of the comments in the previous video. So in other words, tomorrow I'll draw a random comment from the videos I see on this one on YouTube, and all you got to do is somewhere in your comment, you got to say how much you love the channel, the crew, the disc, whatever. But you got to use the word love in there, and it's got to be nothing nasty, nothing, whatever. You get what I mean. Show us some love. Use the word love. You'll be eligible for a giveaway. I'll do the drawing. We're going to start out initially at a $10 drawing, and that's going to increase week over week over week. It keeps getting better. So all you got to do is like the video and write something warm and fuzzy with the word love in it for us. All right. Enjoy the video. Be good humans. Cheers. What's up, Roulette Fools? Brent with AOB here. All right, we're going to start the clock 15 minutes. We're going to jump right into it. Remember, we're going to play a different strategy for probably the rest of this week. We're giving it only 15 minutes. We're not setting a profit target. We're setting a time. Wherever we're at the end of that 15 minutes, pencils down, we stop and we reassess. It's not a bad way if you have troubles degenning, right? Just to set a time clock. Don't worry about the profit target. Play like you normally would play. Only put as much as you're willing to lose in your playable balance. So keep it fairly small, and then go for it. It's sort of like guilt-free dessert, right? So we're playing Spread Your Streets right now. And what we're doing is we're starting with 6 streets. Now you can pick whatever 6 streets you want. I'm charting just right. I just stay right here in the middle. So we pick 6 streets, 1 unit each. If we lose, which we just did, we're going to martingale that same bet there. And I'll show you the next. If we lose this one, now this Spread Your Streets, what I like is the recovery is pretty fast. It's sort of like Mixie Mouse yesterday, where one hit often gets you very, very close. All right, we lost a second time. Watch her start hitting all the freaking fringes. And now we're going to add a second street here. Or excuse me, another street there. Match the units. Then we're going to put 1 unit in between. And martingale the whole thing. There we go. So we're up to a $46 bet. Now, let me be very clear. And I said it in the last 2 videos. I am not necessarily, so I starting out with a $500 bankroll. I'm not necessarily for this 15 minute, for this first week or two while we're, oh my gosh. See, I told you she's going to hit the fringe. Look at this, 36, 3, 34. All right. We're going to martingale. We're definitely punching above our weight where we should be betting at. With a $500 bankroll, we should be betting much less, but I'm setting my time limit of 15 minutes, and I want to see how well these will do with a little bit higher, so we can kind of get an idea which ones are really risky. Now, if once we start playing these normally, once we kind of select the 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe strategies, maybe we only get 2 or 3. Oh wow, oh wow. No bueno, man. These dealers this morning, I played a little bit earlier. Luckily, it was low amounts, but man, the dealers today are just crushing me. I mean, I was playing, you see the zero on the top right here? I was playing a little bit before that. I was doing 5 double streets. I was leaving the 7 to 12 open, 7 through 12 and 0. She hit that 0. Prior to this 13, she hit like 7, 9, 12, back to all 3 of them. Then she hit a 13, which was a win, and then she hit a 0. She hit 4 out of 5. I got 4 out of 5 whacks covering 30 numbers. It can happen. It can happen, you know? All right, there we go. We're going to rebet. Now, you can take your bet down. Now, if we were playing normally, I would suggest you bring your bet down. You don't need to leave it this high after one hit, okay? So you can bring this bet down. Another suggestion, if you're going to play this strategy or a similar strategy, is when you put your initial bet of the 6 numbers with 1 unit, right, on the 6 streets, save that bet, okay? And then when you go, you know you're going to expand the street. Bug. Look at her. Damn. Just hitting those fringe numbers. We need a new dealer. We need a new dealer badly. All right, let's go. We need a new dealer badly. We need a different spin. It's not her fault, but she is, let me move my fat head over. She's definitely not, she is not positive for the way we are betting right now. She's not doing well for us. So we could totally end down. Again, the amount I'm wagering is definitely much, much higher than it should be once we get playing normally with our bankroll. Okay, so forget that. This is a 15-minute spin. We're doing $500. I'm going to escalate a time. I want to see which one of these in a crunch with a higher bet will keep our progressions, won't bust through the progressions. But this gives you an idea also, as you see me play this with the bankroll, how very important progressions are, right? Progressions are life. So it's very, very important. Again, I get those questions all the time, right? Hey, how much should I have in a bankroll if I want to make this much a day? Again, I think what you should do, phew, I thought she was going to hit that 5. All right, let's see what this does for us. Okay, we are definitely going back down. And we're going to place our chips there again. Yeah, we're definitely going back down. We have about 10 minutes left. Anyway, get your bankroll figured out first, right? Get your bankroll figured out first. Disposable income, get what you can really look at and go, okay, if I lose this, no sweat. I don't want to lose it, but if I lose it, I'm not losing any sleep over it, right? So try that out, whatever that bankroll is, and then kind of work back down from there. What do you need for progressions? What will you need for, depending on what strategy you use, right? So the lower your bankroll is relative to the bet size of the table. For example, this is a 10-cent min bet, and it has a total max of $50,000. So when you look at the strategies, if you have $10 in your bankroll, that's really going to limit the type of strategies you can play because, for example, 5 double streets, it's going to cost you 50 cents just to place your first bet. And that's obviously too much for, oh my gosh. All right, well, at least we brought the bets down. We're going to martingale this up. It is much too high. So if you have a low bankroll, you might have to consider a lower coverage. So for example, these outside 1-to-1 bets, that way you can go down to literally a 10-cent max bet. There you go, a min bet. You can just put 1 unit here and martingale. And we will be playing the outside bets here as one of our strategies coming up. And we're actually going to put a twist on it. We're going to do normal martingale, and then we're going to do a much more aggressive martingaling system. And we'll see how that plays out. Stay tuned here. Coming up, we're going to, at the end of this, we're going to hit our dice, and I'm going to show you the mines. And if we have time, we might show a dragon tower strat. All right, so that hit. I'm going to leave this up here at 2 because we're still in recovery. I mean, we were up as high as only 942. Yesterday, Mixie Mouse, right? We got well over $100 profit in 15 minutes. Now that out of the gate comes with the $20, right? That came with the $20 price tag, which was definitely hitting above where we should for our bankroll in terms of the bet size. Oh my gosh. Okay. We just cannot get her to give us hit this doesn't hit the middle here more. Just can't. She's liking the end zones, the fringe bets. Isn't that weird? It's just total coincidence how some dealers come in and they just wreck you. And other dealers, they come in and you can do nothing but win, right? It's just weird, total coincidence. But it's interesting that I think most of you had the experience that with some dealers, every time they play, you're playing with that dealer, they just freaking wreck you, All right, I didn't get that second $2, so we got a little bit of a lower payout here. But that puts us in profit. All right, we're going to go back to base bet. Now, everything inside me screams that I want to be much more aggressive with this and do some catching up. But coming back down, even though we're playing what I consider reckless with the bet size and the bankroll size, I'm not going to play too reckless with how we bet. We're still going to follow that process and the progressions that we have here. Maybe once in a while, like when we're down here, if we feel like we really, at some point we're doing well and we want to do a bigger catch up, I might jump ahead. But for the most part, man, we're getting our booty kicked on this. She just will not stay in this central area. She just keeps hitting. We get one win and then she pushes out a couple losses. So yeah, and a new dealer, it might change all that. It might not, but it might. Usually I find that a new dealer comes in, it'll be a whole new, right? We have this dealer bias, and that's just this weird coincidence that happens. And so while she's hitting out here on the first and the third on the fringe, which would normally you should adjust your bet, seeing how she's playing, I would adjust to something in the first and the third, because she is just absolutely not wanting to give us anything in the middle. There it is again. We're missing right out of here. So yeah, she's not well for us today. She's done well for me in the past, but just today, for whatever reason, coincidence, she's not doing well for us today. And it's not her fault. And it's on us, right, to make adjustments as we go. Now, I'm staying here because we're testing out this strategy for another 4 minutes, but it's on us. If a dealer is like whacking the crap out of us, now sometimes we all know there's that dealer that no matter what you do, and I've had this, no matter what you do, they just happen to freaking follow you. And oh my God. Okay. Oh, I was hoping we were going to get a new dealer here in the last 5 minutes, but we're not going to be so lucky. I think we're going to be having to stay with her. And unfortunately, I'm staying with this strategy, and she just will not hit this with any consistency. She's just hitting all these edge ones right here. That's how the cookie crumbles. So we got 11 minutes left. Let's see what we end up with. Hopefully we can get a recovery. Like I said, once we start martingaling down here, the recovery is really quick. And normally, this is like the worst I've done on this strat in a while. Normally, I do really well with this strategy. Nice thing is you can do 10-cent bets. Ugh, unbelievable. Oh my gosh. This dealer, I need a new dealer, please. We need a new dealer, like ASAP. New dealer. And it's not Samantha's fault. I'm just saying we need a new dealer that's going to have a bias towards the middle, because she is just crushing us on the outsides there. So let's see if we can get something positive going here. All right. So if she whacks us here, we're down to once, and she did. She just fucking whacked us right here. Gosh dang it. Look at this. Look at all these fucking fringe numbers. Dang. No bueno. No bueno at all. She's no bueno for us today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in on, I mean, we're down. So I'm going to throw a Hail Mary, and we are just going to load up as much as we can. So we're at a $162 bet. This is just a total Hail Mary. And this is why I like the $500, because the $500, I'm willing to totally risk that. Oh man, she nailed us. Oh wow. Yeah. Uh yeah. Let's get out of here. She completely wiped us out. Look at 8 and 14. Look at all these fringe numbers that she was rolling. All these are, almost all those are all whacks. She hated the second dozen today. So normally switch your strategy or get out of there. If you have a dealer that's just crushing you, just get off the table. Don't spend. Like I said, I spent earlier and she hit me 4 out of 5 spins on 5 double streets. And that's just devastating. All right, we're going to get out of here, get away from that dealer, and we're going to go play some dice here. We're going to stop it. So we're at 1351. I'm going to document this. We're minus 415, and we're 8 and 14. Okay, there it be. All right, let's go here to dice. And if you remember, we're just going to play this, and we're going to try to see how consistently we can get up to 30 bucks. All right, we're going to wipe this out, and I'm going to put you on pause. I need to pull some more money in, and we'll give it a go, okay? Okay, we're back. I pulled in $200, and we had whopping 34 cents left over from that catastrophe at the roulette table. All right, so we are on the AOB Martingale strat. Okay, now the biggest thing I told you last time is make sure this is not on instant play. Keep animations on. You want this to move a little on the slow side. Let's get going. And I'm actually going to bring up the clock. Let's see how long it takes it, if we're even able to get to 500, or excuse me, $30, not 500. All right, we're going to start with a $1 base unit. Let's go. We're going to run the autoplay. I will show you the conditions here in just a little bit. It's set right now to stop at 2 losses. Okay. And I'll show you what we do once we hit 2 losses and it stops. It's pretty simple. This has been really effective for me. All right. We're already up to $5. So let's cross our fingers that we can just keep this going on. It's doing really nicely right now. So, okay. So condition block call to stop. Okay, so you can see we lost 2 in a row right here. Now the bet went all the way up from $1 to $17.22. We're going to cut that in half twice. Now we're at a 430. Make sure you get ready to start and stop this thing, because we only want 3 to 4 wins. Let's go. 1, 2. There's our wins. We're already back up. We could have stopped at 1 earlier. All right, we go back down to base bet. Go half. We're back down to 431. Start it. Okay, so I stopped it on 3, but it went 1 more to 4 and we lost, but that's okay. See, we're right back where we started from right there. So we keep our bet at 431. We're looking for those 3 wins. Oh, we didn't get it. I'm going to leave the bet at 432. I stopped a little bit prematurely. There we go. Okay, we got it. Let's go back to 1. And let's run this back again. Come on. Let's get up to 30 bucks here in a hurry, so I have a little bit of time to go and show you some mines. If not, we'll hit the mines tomorrow, okay? Again, if you saw the introduction, show us some love. Say something lovey about us, about the channel, about the crew, about the members. Anyway, all you got to do is use the word love in a sentence, and you got to have AOB in there as well. Oh, there's that. So I love AOB. That's all you got to write, or something along those lines. That's all you got to write. And you'll be, oh my gosh. So we lost that one. So we're going to half. Oh my gosh. Now it's just being a jerk. Now listen up. I've said it a million times. Digital games are rigged like hell. So only put definitely money that you can 100% afford to lose. All right. We're going to go a couple more times. Oh All right, there we go. We're back up to 25 bucks. That got risky, but again, that's why we only put the amount of money you're willing to lose. Adjust your bet accordingly. You may have to play with this a couple times to see what's a fairly safe amount based on what your bankroll is. I mean, even $1, I'm doing this right now just to get to 30 bucks, but even $1, as you saw, we got down there pretty deep with a couple losses in a row. All right, there you go. 30.98. 31 bucks almost in 3 minutes and 8 seconds. Not bad, not bad at all. We just have a quick hot second. So we're going to go back over here to Stake Originals. I'm going to clear the clock. We're going to head over here into Mines. I'm just going to run you through this one real quick. Okay, so we're going to go auto on Mines. And let's move this time clock up here. We're going to go, actually, let's put it up there. All right. We're going to go on auto, okay? And I'm going to set the amount at, let's set it at, I'm going to set it at 5 bucks. We're going to go 2 mines. Don't do anything in here with the increase, decrease, reset. You're going to leave it. I'm going to come here and I'm going to go instant play on this one. And we are going to choose 2 tiles. Now, I use the hotkeys. So I use the space bar to stop. So if you don't see me hit it with my mouse, it's because I'm using the hotkeys. I use space bar, and then you can see down here hotkeys. You see what the keys are. So I use a space bar to play and stop, and then S to double the bet and A to halve the bet. It's much, much faster than always moving your mouse around. All right, let's get going. Let's see what we can do here to get up to 30 bucks, if it's even possible. So we lost. I'm going to go up 1 unit or double it. Stop, go back down. You can see I went up to 10 bucks and back down to 5. We lost up to 10, up to 20. Boy, they're kicking our ass. There we go. Back down to 5. I'm going to double this one for 2 hits. Back down to 5. Okay. Double. You can do a double once and then bring it back down, and that gets you a quick recovery without risking it. Sometimes I do the double and I spin it twice. There's 2 back-to-back hits. So we're going to go to 3 times. Back down to 5. So sometimes I'll double for just once and bring it back down. That's the safest way if you're going to do a double, okay? Oh, look at this. We're at 33.08 already. Sorry, the screen's still a little bit scrunched. I'm working on it. I promise I'll try to get the screen better so all this stuff can fit. 33.48 in a total of 1 minute. Now, since we're on this run, let's set that. Let's go back and let's go to the last one, Dragon Tower. Now this one, be really careful with all of them. Okay, seriously. So I'm going to put the graph, and just not enough room in the day for this stuff. We're going to pull this over here, and let's just bring our graph. I'm going to bring our graph up here because we don't really need the higher tier, so we're not really covering. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to set this at $1. I'm going to set the difficulty on easy, and we are going to, for the sake of this challenge, normally I'll take that $1 and try to go all the way to the top. And we may if things are going easy, but for this challenge, we're looking to make it to the 4th rung. And yeah, this one is very much rigged. Trust me. Oh man, I could have cashed out. I made a mistake. I could have totally cashed out at 3 and been in profit. Okay. So we're down to 137. I'm going to leave it at $64. Yeah, they're just not going to let us. Look at that. Anybody who thinks that wasn't 100%. Anyway, I won't save my time with the idiots that think that this is 100%. Let's see. Why won't it let me play on this one? Can't play more. I had the same exact balance, you knucklehead. All right, there's 4. Maybe we can get lucky and bring this back. We're going to go in half. All right. Yeah. When it won't let you out like this, just give up. Stop. It's so right now. the game is decided. It's not going to let me out of here. And this isn't a matter of me just getting lucky all over. You got a 75% chance down here, 75% chance of a win. This thing has hit me on this first row, has hit me 11 times, 13 times, and as high as 15 times in a row trying to get off this first row, and especially this first 2 rows. That is not random, okay? The probabilities with a 75% win chance of hitting this down here 11, 12, 13 times a row is absolutely huge. We had some math people on our channel do it, and it was astronomical how high it was. So shame on you, Stake. You fucking suck with this stuff. I understand you want to bleed us dry, but to make this so very rigged, make the original so very rigged, personally, I just think it's criminal. You get to have a roulette wheel that it's supposed to be, and I believe it is, the live roulette wheels, the blackjack. You can't alter the cards. You can't put a magnet on the wheel, right? You would lose your license. But they let these motherfuckers come in here and do whatever they want with the digitals. And as a slap in your face, you got this little thing down here that says provably fair. Let's make one thing clear. It's not provably fair. It's possibly fair, and it's only possibly fair for the casino. I guarantee you it's not possibly fair for you. But that's why I say use the digitals with high risk and caution, because, you know, I pushed it here for the sake of the video. I would have stopped a long time ago because it's just Dragon Tower. Anyway, that's it, folks. Remember, show some love down below. Write something nice. If you hit the like button and you write a nice lovey comment down there with the word AOB, with the word AOB, if that's a word, an acronym, AOB, and the word love in that sentence, you'll be eligible for a drawing. This first one, we're going to see how it goes. We're going to start out at $10 this week for every single video. And then we're going to start increasing that every week. And one of you will get lucky and get a win every time. All right. That's it. Be good humans. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Cheers.